the small forward position.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live from downtown Minneapolis. Last outing for Minnesota, the loss to Toronto.
And, you know, Kevin, despite the outcome, I think they got to be feeling pretty good coming into this game. There were a lot of positives they can take away from that performance.
Yeah, you can't dwell on the final score in that case. You have to think about the things you did well and build on those.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Orlando. At the 2 and 3, it's Oladipo and Tobias Harris. Ryan Vucevic are the power forward and center. And it's the kid in at the 1.
And I guess the word for it would be scandal. All the reports swirling around him about a text that was allegedly found on his phone that puts him in a bad light.
Well, I've not seen the text that's in question, but from what I understand, somebody saw him texting about his future, and it didn't include this team. Who knows what to really make of it? You know, so often the social media stuff takes on the life of itself, and the written word and the spoken word sometimes don't mesh up.
Here's Harris, and there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
Did you see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket?
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
Now, here's Rubio. His last outing, he had 8 points. Pekovic with a screen on Oladipo. And it's Martin missing.
Awesome defense. I mean, he'll hit those unless you're right in his grill. Channing Frye missed all of 2012-13 with an enlarged heart. The condition got better, and last season seemed like he didn't miss a beat. He came back and shot the cover off the ball.
And guys, Frye, you know, as you try to put him into some kind of position or descriptive phrase, a stretch 4.
I think so, Kevin, but you know what's great with Frye is that he can also guard 4s and 5s. So when you can space the floor as a shooter but also defend the interior, then you're a two-way player, and it's easy to find the right matchup.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
He can become a weapon for them if he gets going early from long range.
The Magic have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's the kid. Can't get it to go. Good defensive work there by Young. Outside for Martin. From the arc. That doesn't go either for Martin. Here's the kid. 43 points out last game. Misses from short range.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Pekovic with a screen, and it's Rubio penetrating, and there's the rejection. And that one's good, Pekovic. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. 3-pointer. The shot's good from the kid. The kid's got 7.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Here's Rubio. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That's called on Channing Frye. The Timberwolves shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. First free throw is good.
At the line for 2.
Both free throws good from Rubio. Orlando, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's the kid. No good on the triple. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter.
Well, certainly a story here at the Target Center is the ongoing $100 million renovation to the building. Split 50-50 between the team and the city of Minneapolis. And that's great news for Timberwolves fans.
Now, here's Rubio, averaging 9 points per contest.
Well, I'm not necessarily a big fan of him shooting that shot, but they did give him the space.
From outside the arc, no good from the kid.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense.
Martin against Vucevic. Outside Martin. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Rubio. For the 3. And it's Rubio again missing. The Magic trail by 3. And Oladipo kicks to Vucevic. Back to Oladipo. Fry passes to the kid. Fires the three. And that one's good. The kid's got 10 points.
Don't take your eyes off of him because he can make plays from multiple spots on the floor. Put the isolated cam on him.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Jang, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Brewer comes in. J.J. Barea checked in for Kevin Martin. And Mo Williams subbed in for Ricky Rubio. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Nicholson's checked in for Vucevic. Gordon comes in for Channing Frye. Maurice Harkless is checked in for Tobias Harris. And it's Peyton in for Victor Oladipo. Here's Dang. The stupendous finish in traffic. Jang's got his first 2 points. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first quarter.
Gorgui Dieng, a Senegalese big man, of course won a national title at Louisville and was really the anchor of that team's championship defense.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, over that break, I listened in on what head coach for the Magic was getting across in the huddle. He went over the offensive plan and said that it hinges on running through the kid. Coach is looking for something special from him. He's usually not their main option at the offensive end, but it looks like he's going to be today. He wants them to also play at a very up-tempo pace, push the ball up the court as quickly as possible. That was his message. Kevin, we'll see how that strategy pans out as this game develops.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
And Jang, not just a shot blocker defensively, he also grabs steals and takes charges. Very smart defensive player who helps in a lot of ways.
Here is Barea, averaging 8 points a game. Williams with a clean look. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Williams has got himself on the board with 3 there. Peyton outside. Here's the kid. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
How about the response? Retaliation. Impressive, huh, guys?
I'll say exactly that as well. Nice job to recover those 3 points right away.
Williams kicks to Barea, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Barea's got his second bucket of the game to go.
The lead changes hands once again. There has been no separation between these two teams tonight.
What an intriguing basketball game, that's for sure.
No good from the kid. Williams with the ball. The 3 ball. No good. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Timberwolves.
Next Sunday, April 5th, Dwight Howard and the Houston Rockets take on Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Hoops action.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Minnesota.
And right from the start, guys, to establish a presence in the paint.
They've also gotten into a nice rhythm from the three-point line early on tonight.
The Orlando Magic coming to this one after the win against the San Antonio Spurs.
Well, Kevin, they constructed a perfect offensive game plan going into that game, and it was quickly apparent how powerless the defense was to stop it.
Powerless is a good way to put it, Steve. We're unlikely to see that many uncontested baskets again anytime soon.
Mo Williams out there with Levine. Then it's Gorgui Dieng. Then there's Pekovic. And it's Brewer in at the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Here's the kid. Pass to Ridnour. He feeds it to Harkless. Ridnour kicks to Harkless. That's good. And it's Ridnour picking up the assist. Harkless has got it all tied up now for the Magic. Minnesota's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown.
A theme that has unfortunately come up for this Orlando franchise is their inability to keep a franchise talent for long. Of course, you think both about Shaq and Dwight Howard and their exits.
Now here's Williams. 14 points from him the last game against Toronto. Shot clock at 2. Williams with another miss.
Good percentage shot, though. That's one they'll take any day of the week.
Ridnour dishes to Gordon. And the basket good.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
Here's Dang. Williams kicks to Brewer. The dish to Pekovic. Tipped away. Ridnour with the steal. Now here's Harkless. He's guarded closely. Ridnour passes to Nicholson. Banked in off the glass. Nicholson's got the lead up to 4 now for the Magic.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Williams attacking. Jang dishes to Brewer. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, he's been trying to add that mid-range shot to his arsenal, but it still isn't there.
Here's the kid. Here's Nicholson. Kicks it out to Ridnour. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Good on the shot.
Great move to the hoop, and I love the finger roll finish.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Minnesota making some changes. Wiggins is checking. And so that's the end of the first half. Magic out in front.
He has 15 points, and he sprayed home 3 3-pointers as well.
Yeah, productive day for him from long range.
On the court for Orlando. At the 2 and 3, it's Oladipo and Tobias Harris. Fry and Vucevic are the power forward and center. And it's the kid in at the point guard. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Thanks, guys. The kid in their last game against the Spurs got down to business. He had 43 points, and he tallied those points as he usually does, really knocking down shots from beyond the arc. Truly impressive numbers from him in a stellar performance. What a special night.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified, Clark.
Well, I know this opponent should be terrified because there's a good chance the momentum he gathered that night carries right over into this game.
Well, some of it will carry over. That's inevitable. It's just a matter of how much. And after that last game, Clark, I'm not surprised to see him so hot. He's got it rolling right now.
This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Well, he had a lot of success at the free throw line in their last game.
He really did. He didn't waste any of those chances when he got them.
Now here's Pekovic, right now averaging 15 points a game. Offline with the baseline jumper.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead. And they get one to go now after missing their first 3 shots. Maybe this will kick them into gear.
The shot's good from the kid.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
Timberwolves trail by 11. Pekovic with the screen for Rubio. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Pass to Young. Martin wide open. He fires. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
They're struggling here. They're just 1 of 5 to start this 3rd quarter. They've got to loosen up here.
Here's the kid. Kevin Martin grabs the board. For Minnesota, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Oladipo against Rubio. And Oladipo kicks to Vucevic. Good. Vucevic has got his 2nd bucket tonight.
Heads up, aggressive play right there. He saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Well, quite an interesting upbringing for Victor Oladipo. His mother and father immigrated from Nigeria. They ingrained a great work ethic in their children. But his father in particular didn't really approve of his son's focus on basketball. But Victor was undeterred.
And Oladipo growing up the only son among 4 children with a strict, somewhat distant father. In a lot of ways, his coaches and teammates became a kind of second family, and he latched onto his coaches for guidance.
Minnesota making a switch here. Brewer's checked in. Brewer with the steal. Rubio the pass to Young. It's Martin on the wing. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. There's the feed to Brewer. Dishes to Young. Pekovic with a screen. Here's Brewer. 4 on the shot clock. Another miss by Minnesota. And the story goes that Oladipo in his sophomore year in high school broke his foot. And Clark, rather than stay home, he went to practices and ran the scoreboard, even swept the gym, I'm told.
Yeah, he said he didn't want the coaches to forget about him, Kevin. Just a true gym rat mentality, and that's part of the reason he's played as well as he has in the NBA.
Levine's checked in for Minnesota. Williams comes in for and a switcher also for Orlando. Nicholson's checked in for Channing Frye. Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Flip Saunders was just going over the plan with his team. He touched on his desire to see them make heavy use of the pick and roll for the rest of the game. Keep setting those screens, fellas. Those were his exact words. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. Well, they need to make something happen before the start of the fourth quarter, and maybe those changes will do the trick, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thanks. Timberwolves on defense. After the made shot from the kid.
Over the last 10 games, you can see where the Timberwolves rank in the league. 4th in steals, 6th in rebounding, and they're in the top 3rd in the league in block. They're a team that really doesn't give many good looks.
The key really to me out of all those numbers, Clark, is the steals, because that's become their identity defensively. They're a real ball-hawking team. They like to get out and put pressure on the offense, force mistakes, and when they do that, they're tough to stop in transition.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Gordon's checked in for Vucevic. Harkless comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Payton in for Victor Oladipo. Now here's Payton. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. That's good. And that's now 30 points for the kid.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, Clark. The defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on their closeouts.
Payton outside. Here's Gordon, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Boy, they've been so sound offensively in the second half. I love the way they're playing.
Yeah, there's really no comparison in the shooting percentages between the teams since the break.
Took him no time at all on that one. Levine's got his first basket. 1:33 left here in the third quarter. Payton passes to the kid. Back to Payton. Kicks to Harkless. Now the pass to the kid. For the 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Young's got his 8th rebound here tonight. In the corner, it's Brewer. Into Pekovic. Gordon with the defensive effort. Magic leading by 18. Here's the kid. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. The kid's got 33 points.
Tell you what, until he cools off, you got to keep going to him.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
He used that pick to get in close. And that's now 7 points for Williams.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
Payton drives in. And there are the Magic with another bucket. There's 37 seconds left to play in the third. Outside Williams. Brewer with a screen for Williams. Young, a screen on Payton. Here's Levine. Good. Levine's got 4 points in the quarter.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
Here's the kid. No good. And as we end the third quarter, a
Wednesday.
Timberwolves trail by 19. They've got Martin. Wiggins is out there with Pekovic. Then there's J.J. Barea, and it's Rubio in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And he goes in for the dunk.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof.
Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities, that's what it's all about. And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks, just to get you some open looks like that one.
That is good. The Kids got 38 points.
Just seems like they've given up far too many points from the three-point shot today. A lot of open looks out there.
I agree, Steve. The defensive rotations have been abysmal.
Now here is Martin. Back to Rubio. Feeds it to Wiggins. Timberwolves passing it around. Got a piece of it. Harkless with the steal. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. They get it back. Fry dishes to Oladipo. Here's the Kid. Right wing. Harkless with it. Goes back up. Barea pulls it in.
Yeah, he's surprised he didn't make that one because he had a pretty clean look at the hoop.
Rubio outside. Right side Martin. Lots of room. And it's Martin again missing.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
And that is good. The Kids got 40 points.
This guy's putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
And it's Rubio penetrating and stolen by Fry. Here's the Kid. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Orlando.
His long-range shots look like layups out there, guys.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Minnesota. And a switcher also for Orlando. Vucevic is checked in.
The big story from last year was that the NBA finally was able to come to an agreement.
That's the way to shoot the rock.
Stake in the media rights of the NBA.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Ridnour kicks to Harris. He dishes it to Ridnour. Back to Harris. Five to shoot. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Fournier for three. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Well, the Silna brothers out of St. Louis, they own the St. Louis franchise. And when the ABA and NBA merged, they cut a deal to get about 2% of the NBA's TV revenue with no end in sight.
And Kevin, one of the greatest deals in the history of deal making across all industries is that deal the Silna brothers were able to cut. But it has finally been negotiated away. And with the way the NBA has become a global phenomenon with televisions across the globe, that was the best deal, as I just said, ever made. I'm happy they were able to put a cap on that deal for the owners that are now in the NBA.
And I'd like to make the announcement now. We're changing our names. That's Clark Silna. I'm Kevin Silna. Goodbye, everybody. Here's the Kid. Rebound by Dang.
Really high-quality shot there. Just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Young's checked in, then for the Magic. Channing Frye's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Tobias Harris comes in for Fournier. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Luke Ridnour. Oladipo, the pass to the Kid. Young with the steal. Rubio dishes to Wiggins. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys. I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
The drive by Rubio. A minute 50 left in the fourth. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
They've really gotten loose with the ball here in the second half. I thought they were...
There's a minute 34 left in the fourth quarter.
You know, guys, every coach would love to play his star player every minute of an NBA season, but it's impossible given the limits of endurance and the risk of injury. It's basically a balancing act. I think teams are becoming wiser, though, in terms of keeping players fresh and helping them recover between games. And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch in a true show of strength for the Magic.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
Well, they're going to win again. Same result as the previous matchup between these two clubs.
And it's the last time they meet this year, so that'll make it a sweep of the season series.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for the kid. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do anything, really, to stop him. Boy, if they could have had this kind of run earlier in the game, it might have made a big difference.
You know, I think a big reason behind the run, Steve, is that they're not getting pressured as much by the defense now that the game's all but finished.
Barea kicks to Martin. Passes it to Barea for three. The rebound by the kid. For Orlando, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth.
Hey, wait up a minute.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, congratulations on the game tonight, man. You played well, really well.
Thanks, dog. You need something?
Yeah, so listen, I was talking with the arena operations guy, and he suggested we're long past due to get you some of your own sounds in the arena, you know, after you dunk, make a free throw, hit a three-pointer.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've been wanting to get some of them custom sounds for a while.
Yeah, great. Well, look at the options, think about what you want, and we'll get it set up with the ops team.
Hey, man, that's legit. I appreciate it.